Hello, everyone, and Madaya. We are back with Abram, and this guy has a big adventure. I tell you, being nomadic, it's like an adventure every day. And all right, so in this chapter and the next chapter, a lot of characters are introduced. Like, where all these people come from? There was a population explosion and like the third or fourth generation after the sons of Noah. Well, basically, whoa, a lot of people. Okay, so in those lots of people, some of them became leaders. So here it is. So, came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar. Shinar is near Babylon, I think, or maybe part of Babylon right now, that area. Arioch, king of Elazar. Chedorlaomer, Ched or Laomer, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of nations. So who is Tidal? Who's king of nations? So yeah. And that these made war with Bera, king of Sodom, and with Birsha, king of Gomorrah, and Shinab, king of Admah, and Shemeber, king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, which is Zoar. And these were joined together in the Vale of Siddim, which is the Salt Sea. So I suppose it's near the Red Sea. Anyways, 12 years they served Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. So everybody, even the kings, were serving this guy now. He doesn't want, or they don't want him anymore, and they rebelled in the 14th year. All right, here things get complicated because remember that Genesis has a lot of where did that come from statements. Here we go. In the 14th year came Chedorlaomer and the kings that were with him and smote the Rephaims in Ashtaroth Karnaim. All right, so Rephaim is a type of Nephilims because there are different types of Nephilim. So like, whoa, yeah, okay. So Chedorlaomer just slew a bunch of Nephilim in Ashtaroth. So Ashtaroth is a name of a Nephilim also. And the Zuzims in Ham, and the Emims in Shaveh-Kiriathaim. So I'm slaughtering all these pronunciations. And the Horites in their mount, Seir, unto El Paran, which is the wilderness. They returned and came to Enishpath and Kadesh and all right, so smote all in the country of the Amalekites, and also the Amorites that dwell in Hazezon Tamar. So now we're question mark, why are these people battling each other? And went out to the king of Sodom and the king of Gomorrah and the king of Admah and the king of Zeboim and the king of Bela. So everyone's there. With Chedorlaomer, the king of Elam, and Tidal, the king of nations, and Amraphel, the king of Shinar, and so all of them were there. Okay, so the Vale of Siddim, they're all like, okay. And when Abram heard, oh, by the way, Lot, if you guys remember, Lot was in Sodom. So when these guys invaded, or because they were at war, but yeah, they invaded Sodom and took everyone. See, they took Lot, Abram's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, his goods and departed. So took him and all his stuff. And there were some who escaped and told Abram, the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite brother of Shalom. Anyways, when Abram found out, he's like, what? So, remember when I told you guys Abram was rich? So he's rich because he can also defend his cattle. That's where the bulk of his money come from. And, of course, everyone who sees Sarai and touches her, they kind of pay him a lot of money for it. Bad Abram. Anyways, so he has armed trained servants, meaning servants who knew how to fight. So he has 318 of them, and they went unto Dan. Take note, Dan isn't born yet by this time, but since we are in the assumption that Moses is the one who actually wrote Genesis, he's just saying that it's where Dan is right now. All right, so he's like, okay, divided himself against them. It's like, you guys go here and I go here, and then where? There. They fought them. He got Lot back, his goods, and also the women and the people. So even the slaves they got and other people. And the king of Sodom went out to meet after his return and the slaughter of Ched or Laomer and the kings that were with him. So Abram with his 300 people killed this Ched or Laomer guy and all the other kings, got everyone. Okay, now back to where did that phrase come from? Yeah, we go there. Suddenly, and this guy was not mentioned here and suddenly mentioned there, and you'll never see him ever again. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was a priest of the Most High God. And he blessed him, and blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High God, which hath delivered thine enemy to thine hand, and gave him tithes of all. And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, give me the persons and take the goods thyself. Okay, let's go back to Melchizedek. There is no other mention of Melchizedek in the Bible except for this. There are extra biblical texts, but they are not confirmed. So Melchizedek does not have an origin. Nobody knows where in the world he comes from. How come he knows who Abram is, and how come Abram knows that he's a priest? And how come he's a priest of God? Does that mean God talks to him? Because Abram is not a priest, but God talks to him. But he knows that if you bless Abram, you'll be blessed too. And he also knows that, oh, you just slaughtered these guys. Kudos to you. Anyway, so he gave tithes. Abram gave the tithes to Melchizedek because Melchizedek is the priest. So he tithed 10% of everything he got from the war to him. And then when they were with Sodom, the king of Sodom, so Abram said, here, take it. But the king of Sodom is like, no, I'm just gonna take the people, my people. You can take the goods. You can take the goods for yourself. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I've lifted up mine hands unto the Lord and Most High and possessor of heaven. I will not take from a thread even a shoe latchet or shoelace, and I will not take anything that is thine, lest should thou say, I've made Abraham rich. So he's like, king of Sodom, no, I'm not going to take anything from your stuff. Okay, because I don't want people to say that I just made money out of this war. So please take your stuff and your people. So Abram doesn't want to take that. Except, of course, he said, save only that which the young men have eaten and the portion of the men which went with me. So in other words, just take your stuff, king of Sodom. The other guys take their stuff. And by the way, can I just be, I guess, paid for the cost of feeding the people that I have? Because I have 300 men. So, just the things that we've eaten. See, so he's such a good guy, isn't he? So I told you guys before that Abram is a complicated character. He's a good guy. He's a generally good guy. He just has some not very nice traits, okay? But some people can argue that that's really the times. He's acting according to the times. So, yeah, we can forgive him for that, or maybe not really forgive, but we can understand him that this is the time that they live in. So he's got slaves, he's got concubines, he's got a wife that he really loves and peddles around. And, well, yeah. Anyways, the tides will turn where Sarai will be the boss of the house. That's for later. See, we're only in that one chapter, and a lot of things happen. You've got Nephilims, you've got kings warring against each other, and then you've got surprise Melchizedek, and then you don't find him again. So a lot of people are also very intrigued with Melchizedek.